Welcome to Marriage Monday with Jeremiah and Savannah Jennings. The Jennings own Growing Green Landscapes and are very happily married. In this podcast, Jeremiah and Savannah discuss the wins, losses, good times, bad times, and everything in between pertaining to owning a business while maintaining a healthy marriage along the way. We hope you enjoy the show.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thank you so much for tuning in to Marriage Monday. We are excited to come to you today with another fresh episode for you. Starting off another week strong. Starting off counting down the weeks till baby is due. I've been counting down the weeks, but we got another doctor's appointment this week. We'll talk about that some today. Talk about a lot of things today. It's been a packed day. It's been a busy day. Been a busy past week. But anyway, let us go ahead and bring in our guest for the show, the one, the only, Savannah Jennings. Hello. How are you?
Good. I didn't know I was a guest.
Well, I mean, you know.
It's fine. I'll see how it is.
You are a guest considering
what?
You weren't on our show on Friday. So.
Oh, okay.
You are the co-host of the one and only Marriage Monday, though.
Okay.
You know, people actually like this show, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of shocked. I think people actually may get some value from it. Had a buddy text me the other day. So he was like, "You had a good show last week." So that's always encouraging to hear. Thank you for those messages. It's been good. It has been a fun series. Who knew what it was going to turn into?
Not me.
I say that a lot, but it just is. It's eye-opening. It's crazy. You start something, you stay dedicated to it, and you see where it goes. So this week was a big week, though. We had baby shower.
Yes.
Are you decompressed from that yet?
No. I'm wiped out. And just kind of now trying to get into gear of all the things that I need to do. Because I kept kind of putting everything off. Not in like a I didn't want to do it kind of way. But it was just like there's really not a ton of point in me spending a lot of time cleaning, organizing, whatever, until after the shower when I have. Yeah,
you knew what you were going to have, yeah.
And I knew what I needed or, had all that. And so now that it has come and gone and a wonderful time, it's now time to actually do those things. So, yeah.
It's time to get to work.
Time to get to work. It's time for you to get to work.
Oh, great. What do I got to do?
You know what you have to do.
What, empty the closet out?
Yeah.
I think that's your stuff in there.
This is such a good place for me to talk about this because it can hold you accountable. Jeremiah's, we've talked about this many, many, many times. Very short, concise version. What used to be Jeremiah's home office is now Jack's toddler room. We have kept what was Jack's nursery, a nursery, and that's where the new baby will sleep. And Jack got to move into the office. We kind of made that his room. Well, we did that, but the closet was left untouched. So Jack's clothes are still in the baby room because he has nowhere to put them in the new room because it is full of Jeremiah's things.
It's not all just my stuff.
I might take up a third of one of the shelves.
I know there's an ironing board in there, which is more yours than mine, so.
Oh.
I say that just because I don't even know when did we buy an ironing board?
We probably got it from.
Or did we get it from the wedding
stuff.
Or something?
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really iron a ton of stuff.
You don't think? Yeah, you don't. And I bought a shirt secondhand, and it had so much starch in the collar and the cuffs. I could tell it had been dry cleaned.
Oh.
Fancy dry cleaned, and it's I don't wear enough. Right now, where we're at, I don't wear enough fancy clothes to justify dry cleaning a ton. But I do know that when you take your clothes to the dry cleaners and get them back, there's nothing like fresh, crisp clothes from the cleaners hanging up. It's very nice.
Because we do your suit and stuff.
Yeah, suit always goes. But something that we don't do that a lot of wealthy people do, people that just wear it every single day, all their button downs go to the dry cleaners.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems like such a waste.
And now that I think, like, we did that growing up. My dad, when he would preach on Sundays, all of his shirts, all of his button-downs, all went to the dry cleaners.
Why?
I guess that was I don't know. That was more of a thing back then. I feel like our generation's like transitioned away from it.
Yeah. But I don't really feel
like now the only people that I know that go to dry cleaners are like
old people,
lawyers and old people. Yeah, like straight professional.
Yeah.
Suit and tie people.
Huh.
But yeah, we had a massive bag. We had a massive bag that would sit on the floor, and that's like all the dry. It literally said like dry cleaners on it. All the dry cleaners would go in that bag, and we take it like once a week. And
but yeah,
cleaned. So how we got down dry cleaners, I don't know. But
the ironing board in
the
closet.
Gotta get the closet cleaned out. That's good. I'll put you on that this week.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Give you something to do. Keep you busy.
Because here's the truth about Jeremiah. He's absolutely a hoarder.
That's not true.
Okay.
It's not true.
If it were up to me,
I'm a hoarder of things of value. I'm not a trash hoarder, and that is very. Back me up on that.
We have different ideas of what holds a value.
I do not hoard trash. I'm not a filthy
You have
person.
like a ton of clothes from when you were like 8th grade.
That's sentimental. That's sentimental value.
For what?
I don't know. Just
for
is.
what?
It's not trash though.
When
you say hoard, when you label somebody a hoarder, they think about like the show Hoarders.
No, I'm not saying we need an intervention from a TV show. I'm saying if it were up to me, if it were truly up to me, I would
have a personality.
I would take a garbage bag and I would go up there, and 85% of that would be gone.
I have a personality to
hours.
hold on to things more so than throw them out.
Yeah.
100%.
And literally, when was the last, we've been in this house 4 years. When was the last time you went up there and genuinely looked through all that stuff? Like, you can't even say that.
2 days ago.
What?
I just went up there recently. I found a jacket that I put up there like a year ago, and I forgot it was there. It was kind of like getting a new present, you know?
No. There should be some, like, rule that if you don't reach for it, want it, look for it, after, like, 2 or 3 months, it needs to go.
Maybe.
2 or 3 months only to give the season time to change.
Oh, my goodness.
So, anyways.
The closet needs to be cleaned out.
I'm
That'll
waiting
be done.
on you for that.
That'll
because if it were up, you don't want me to do it. I'm telling you, you don't want me to do it.
Do we have more baby showers? We don't have more baby showers, right?
No, we just have that one.
Well,
if it were up to me and you put me in charge of that, you'd come home and none of it would be here.
I get it. You made your point. We don't have more baby showers in the sense of like more babies, right? Like
no, unless we have a girl.
Yeah, a girl would have one.
We'd be hoed.
We have nothing.
Everything's blue.
Absolutely nothing.
Yep.
For a girl. Okay. Cool. We've got one friend that's having a girl. The rest is all boy.
That's not true.
Who else do we have?
What do you mean?
Who else is having a girl? Well, I guess we have a couple that don't know yet.
Yeah. We have several that don't know yet.
Yeah.
And then we have several that just had girls within the last, 4 months.
Yeah. Our, friend group is just so primarily, male boys.
It's all boys.
Yeah, it's all boys. I don't know, something in the water, I guess. But anyway, big week this week. It was good. It was a very refreshing weekend for you, I hope. Just like you're saying, setting things in to really hey, we're about to have a second kid.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
No.
Parenting has been one of the most eye-opening, challenging, fun things of the past 2.5 years, and it's just about to get crazier.
Yeah. I can't even imagine. I don't know. I guess you do this with your first kid. You try to prepare yourself and get yourself ready. And I guess maybe I'm finally realizing that you just can't. You can't really be fully ready. There's no way for me to fully wrap my head around it. Because I was sitting in there tonight, around just looking at the stuff and the shower and just thinking about it. And I was I'm trying to grasp this, and I can't. I can't wrap my head around the fact that there's about to be 2 that are ours. It's just so weird. and it's just part of it. But
yeah, but then you look at people who have two. Like, we have people around us that have two that are young, and you're like, it's just everyday life to them.
yeah, but it's just acknowledging that it's about to change so much, you know?
Yeah, and talking about it, right? Like, we've talked about it a little bit on the show, but we've had some like tough conversations in the past 3 months about what it looks like, right? What does 2 under 2.5 look like? And what does it look like in the springtime? Literally, we're having Tate like in the dead middle of spring. Well, it's the very beginning of spring rush, really. But
Which is almost worse.
yeah, because like we're trying to get things up and running and systems in place and all that stuff. But
Right.
It's one of those things that you just sit back and you're like, I think you're right. It's hard to truly wrap your mind
people
around
all the
around
time,
it.
and it's such an innocent question, right? Like, I don't get irritated at people asking me the question. People ask me all the time, "Are you ready for 2? Are you ready for another baby?" And I'm like, "What am I supposed to say?" Like, I'm trying to be like, yes, no, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, our life is about to flip upside down 100%. Doesn't mean we're not excited. Doesn't mean that we don't want it. No. But does it mean that I'm ready? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready or not. Like, I don't know what that even means. Like, how am I supposed to be ready? If there's a way that I can surefire be 100% ready to have a second baby, let me know and I'll do it. But I think it's the same thing with your first baby. Like, you try to be ready, but like you can't. Like, there's only so much you can do.
You're definitely more prepared for a second than you are for your first, in my opinion. I believe we are well prepared. We're ready to hit it. Like, we're ready to hit it head on. We know what we've done it once. Is it going to be different this time? Yes, but there's going to be similar like principles and things. I do mimic it a little bit to like where I'm at in business. It's just like, I don't know what I don't know. Like, the next stage of business is like, I've done this. I've gotten to 500,000. I know what we do here to get here. I don't know what I don't know to move
Past
forward.
this,
right?
yeah.
Like, we know what to do to get to 1. We've gotten to this point. He's 2.5 years in. I don't know what I don't know to get past this, right? And so it's just going to be a trial by error, learning a lot from friends, mentors, like people that we look up to, and having conversations, asking questions, trying to do the best we can. But I think that we're in a good spot. Like, we're rocking and rolling, I believe, with Jack in his like progression and development, and like he's gonna change a lot over the next 6 weeks. Well, he's gonna be a different kid in 6 weeks than he is now.
Yeah. And I think that's helpful too, right? Like, we kind of intentionally, just personally knew we wanted to wait a little bit longer, like after we had Jack, to have another kid. And I think it makes, like, I don't regret that at all. Like, no part of me wishes, like, thinks back and is like, oh, we should have, like, I wish we already had another baby, you know, like, at all. But because I think that watching him grow, even over the last 6 months, we've talked about how he is night and day. Like, I can't even.
It's wild.
We look back at a video
wild.
from him 6 months ago, and I'm like, wait, was this 22 or 23? Or 23 or 24? Like, I can't even fathom that this is the same kid that is sitting right in front of me. It really does bring a level of confidence, even walking into the newborn stage, seeing where he is now, you know, because I don't know if it's just like, okay, we didn't screw it up totally yet.
Well, we've seen true milestones come to like fruition. Like, he's gone through huge milestones, and that's what I think it could have set us back, is if we had a baby and Jack was 16 months old, 22 months old.
And you're still so deep in it that you're like, does anything come of this?
Like, we're not in the 1,000-foot view with him anymore. Like, keeping him alive. Like, the newborn growth phase.
And it's just, you see truly, truly how quickly. Yeah. You're like, this doesn't last forever. Like, it really doesn't. And so I think maybe that's part of it that makes you have a little bit more.
And I think it allows, like, I'm thankful for, this is not like, if you did it differently, awesome, do it differently. But,
well, yeah, some people want to wait till their first kid's 4 or 5. Like,
correct,
everyone's so different.
I'm happy for us because I know that it's given us some time to like process his growth and like see that and dedicate time to that
Right.
and not get so caught up in like having to not worry about, but take care of a second one.
Split your time.
Yeah, like split your time. And so I think that the reason that's going to benefit us down the road is because if we have a third and then potentially a fourth, like you have, I knew something was coming. We've done it. I don't feel like we need to wait as long because we've done it once to see those progressions happen.
Right.
So we're going to be able to like.
It doesn't feel as scary.
We're going to be able to lead Tate into those progressions and help in ways without having to necessarily pull time away from him because it's not so much.
And he'll have Jack.
Correct. He'll have Jack, but it's not so much like trial and figuring things out and, you know, like things are going to be different. I understand that. Every kid is the same. Some things are going to work, some things aren't. But like general rule, general principle, there's going to be things that are like, okay, we do this, we don't do this. Yeah. It works. And like there's no.
Maybe you don't run to Google quite as often.
Yeah. But it's just, we're not going to be sucking time away from him for another kid because we're just going to be like, look, this stuff works. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so I think that I know that I'm very happy with the way that we're at right now, where we're at, what the future looks like. Who knows? Who knows? Like, really, theoretically, we're going to have a baby in, 25? Spring of 25. Who knows when the next one's coming? If we do have another one, it's like, that's 2, 3, 4 years. We could be like done having kids. And so it makes me really want to be like, soak this up so much.
Oh, yeah.
This time around because that's another thing we have in your first is like, I don't think you truly can.
No.
Because you're just like, what the freak do I do?
You're so wrapped
what
up
am I
in
doing?
the mental aspect of like.
I get to take this baby home from the hospital. Like that,
Yeah.
you're letting me. Like this is okay.
Keeping
this is
them alive.
allowed.
Yeah.
Like, and doing that this time, it's going to be so much more like, let's go home. Like let's get out. Like let's go home. Let's go raise you.
I've heard a lot of people say that, or at least women say that their second was a little bit healing for them postpartum. Like
it's got to be. I mean, it's got to be.
You spend so much, at least a lot of moms, and you know, if this was not your wife's experience, like I love that for you. I'm very happy for you. But a lot of women, myself included, spend so much of that time just like wrapped up in just exhaustion and anxiety and wondering if you're doing anything right and just trying to keep them alive, but then also wishing it kind of away because you're so tired and you just don't know what you're doing. And if they could just get to a point where this is going to be so dumb. I don't even know. Like they held their bottle or they could sit up or you could just leave longer than an hour without feeling like you needed to rush back. You know, like all these little things that you just wish away, women are less likely to do the second time because you A, understand how quickly that it leaves, and B, you don't spend, and this is what I think you were alluding to, usually you don't have to spend quite as much time being anxious, worried, wrapped up in what you're doing or not doing right because you've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like, you know, okay, either I know how to do this or it's really not that big of a deal. Like they turned out fine the first time. You know what I mean? Like there are things that I know that I was so anxious about or that I was such a stickler about that like the second time around is like, eh.
You know, I sit here when we say that. Do you think there's any way from your point of view, is there any way to get that, not the importance, it's just like the accuracy of that statement across to a first-time mom?
No.
Like, I don't know that there is. Like
I don't. And
the thing that I think people need to consider is like, guys, if you had, maybe you're older, and you had your kids 20 years ago, right? Like, you are not in the moment of that first-time motherhood anymore.
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, and here's the other thing.
So be careful with your words, judging a first-time mom for wanting to do something a certain way when, like, you probably did too about certain things. You just don't remember it because you're removing the situation.
I think the biggest thing that happens, I'm out of breath all the time, but the biggest thing maybe change between the first and second too is like I'd never been a mom before.
Yeah.
And the second time around, I've been a mom. I've been a mom for 2.5 years. Like, when you become a mom, you totally change. It's a new version of yourself.
Yeah.
That you have to learn, that you have to get to know, that you have to, like, almost in a way, like, come to terms with, because whatever happens for the rest of your life, you'll never not be a mom.
Parenthood in general, father, like dad and mom.
Yeah.
Both sides
like,
of the spectrum.
You will never not
totally
be,
just get changed.
You'll never not be a parent again. Regardless of what the future looks like, once you have that baby, you're a parent. And so when you have your second, I think, I'm hoping from what I've heard, whatever, at least that part of you isn't changing. Like, is it evolving? Is it growing? Yeah, sure. Like,
your entire world is not literally being turned upside down.
You don't go from me and you, us.
And a dog.
Like, you at least are familiar with this concept of being a mother and what that sacrifice looks like, and who you are isn't totally changed overnight.
And you've seen how sweet it was and what the reward is in it.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never thought about that maybe until now, that just maybe that's why your second can feel healing, is because you're not simultaneously juggling, becoming a new version of yourself while trying to keep a human alive, having never done that before.
With all the raging hormones.
Yeah, like, that's its own animal, but
that's that's a really good point. Like, the transition from normal humans to parents, like, because, like, here's the thing,
across and we board. Talk about this, and this might be an unpopular opinion, and I don't want to offend anybody. Maybe it's not. Like, yes, you're a parent. Like, you become a mom when you conceive, like, whatever.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
But to a degree, like, yes, there are many, 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 many sacrifices and things that I have to give up when I'm pregnant, like, before the child is even here. So, like, I'm in no way saying that you're not. But it is not the same as when you have the child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you can say I'm a mom when you're pregnant, but that's...
And you are. If you're a pro-life advocate saying you have a child in you, then you're a mom. There's no argument about that. Yes.
But the way your life looks, like the drastic change,
it still doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't really occur, at least mentally.
Till you're sitting on the physically, until night 2 happens for you in the hospital, it ain't occurred.
Yeah, a lot has to happen. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody, especially that's, like, pregnant with their first. Like, you are a parent, like, you have a child, like, there is life. But I just mean, like, the physical changes that happen.
And I would say, like, my words to you would be, like, soak up the last whatever time you have of not having that child, like, in a good way, like, reminisce. Like, I wish we did that better in a sense. Like, I think I look back and, like, what were we doing the last 3 months?
How many freaking times do we look at each other and be like, what did we do before we had a kid?
Yeah. Yeah. And we say it tongue in cheek now, but, like, document that stuff, those times are really heavy. If you haven't had kids, like, document that so heavy. Even when it's weird and awkward and you're like, I don't want a video. Like, take the pictures, do the videos, talk. Like, we have podcasts to go back to since before Jack. I mean, we could go back and listen to that audio, and we're different people.
Like, how fun
we're
would it be?
Hands down different people.
We have to go back and do that soon. Look back at, like, listen back to the podcast before.
Yeah.
Like, the week before
what
we
were
had them
thinking.
or something.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Because it would be so different. It would be entirely different. But something that and this is something that I think people that don't have kids will never understand. You will never be able to accurately relay what being a parent is, like, what that transition feels like. Like, realizing I have a human here that, like, relies on me for its life. I'm its life source. And without me, it doesn't survive. And, like, it's my job to raise a good, moral human who raises up to be a contributing member of society who, like, in our example, in our life, like, strives to live to please the Lord and eventually get saved and share their journey and their story and the gospel. And it's like, that's a lot of pressure when you think about
Yeah.
it. You don't really, like, those aren't the things you're thinking about when you have a kid on day one. It's like, how to keep him alive. Things start setting in. He starts getting, like, your kids start getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, Jack's 2.5, and we're not nowhere close to 5 or 6. But Jack's 2.5, and he's talking up a storm. He's almost talking in sentences. Like, he's not far from that at all.
Right.
And it's like, wow, okay, these big things are actually going to start setting in. And he's starting to understand, like, I mean, he says it because I believe, like, you tell him this, but you ask him, like, who loves him the most? Who loves him the mostest in the whole world? And he sits there and tells you Jesus. And it's like, he is starting to understand and learn these things and make he's making life decisions right now. He's learning to test our buttons. He's learning to test our patience, push our buttons, and he's going to test the boundaries. And he's seeing what he can and can't get away with, and what is good and what is wrong. And as he does that, we have to, like, continue to grow ourselves and try to communicate with him. You've done a good job at that. Like, there's a thing that we can't give much parenting or marital advice here, honestly.
And I don't even know if this works with kids or if this is just Jack. Like,
I don't know, but it may be a hack. It may be it may not be a hack, but it may just be something to try, right? Like, I think it truly. I know it's not a hack because I've listened to things and read books about the way that a toddler's brain develops, and they just want to do things themselves.
Yeah,
they're exploring. They want to feel valid. They want to feel like they have a place. And so when you're sitting, do you want to tell it or do you want me to tell it?
I mean, you can say.
The easiest thing, one of the best things we've done in the past 3 months of Jack's development has been, he doesn't want to do something. He doesn't want to come get on the couch. He doesn't want to sit down. He doesn't want to put something back where he
doesn't want to brush his teeth on. He doesn't want to put his shoes on. He doesn't want to put the toy down or put his dishes in the sink.
He's just not listening, essentially. Then you just look at him and you say, look, like, example, he doesn't want to get on the couch or get off the couch. Jack, you can either get off the couch or Mom's going to come get you off the couch. And then he immediately, without like half a second, he says, me get off the couch. And he just pops down and goes on about his day, right? Yeah. And there's
I think our biggest, and I don't know if God's just like giving me this one thing, but it's like even that bedtime, like getting him in the bed is rough. And we say, Jack, he has this little ball pit in his room. So you can either get yourself up out of the ball pit and get in your bed, or Mommy will come get you out of the ball pit and put you in your bed. And I'll say, me do it, or me get out of the ball pit. You know, like whatever. Because he really does. Like, he just wants to do everything himself, and he wants to feel like he's the one in control. Like, he's the one that makes the decision. And obviously, there have been times, and I think
obviously he's not the one in control. Let's not get those. Not get those things turned around. He
wants to feel like he is, but it wasn't always like that in the beginning. But what it took was him realizing that I meant what I said. Like, if he didn't do it, I was gonna come get him.
Yeah, you gotta back it up.
You know, which you can't just like not say that, but. Because there were many nights like that we would say that going into bedtime, and he wouldn't want to, or he would play around and not, and then we'd have to actually implement that. But I don't know how we got onto this.
But I think that it's I know that it's great because what it's doing is it's avoiding a negative a negative impact in the situation, right? I'm not raising my voice, I'm not losing my temper. He's not feeling like
I mean, we did it tonight. We were at a friend's house playing. He did not want to come home. Like, they were all playing. Granted, we were all getting ready to go. It wasn't just us. He was upstairs. You know, somebody else was trying to get him to come down, and he starts saying no, you know, like he didn't want to. And I said, I'm at the bottom of the stairs. And I said, Jack, you can either come open the gate and come down the stairs yourself, or Mommy's going, like, I will come upstairs and bring you down.
Yeah.
And he said, me come down the stairs. And then he just, like, ran around and came downstairs by himself.
Yeah.
It blows my mind every time. I don't know. Like, it's something, I guess, in his brain, like you said. He just has to be the one in control. He wants to think he makes the decision.
I don't know that I would go that far with it, because I think if that is truly the case, I don't know that it may not be a good thing that we do this, right? If you're,
what the freak do you mean?
Because if you're letting him think he's in charge, that I don't want him to think he's in charge. That's not. I don't think that's the. I think, to me, it seems that he's like validating what he's wanting. Like, he just doesn't want. You sit here and you talk it out loud. You may be right. Like, he just doesn't want to be told what to do.
He doesn't want to be told what to do.
Correct.
He wants to think that he's making the decision, which he is. He is making that decision.
Yeah, but that's what it's doing.
He is in control to a degree.
What it's doing is allowing him.
You can either make the decision to come do it, or you can have it done out of force.
It's like
that's fine.
It's almost like we're giving him free will at a very young age. Like, here you go. Like we know what's going to happen, right? You're going to come down these stairs. You get to choose. You get to choose which way. You can come down
the stairs, or I can bring you down the stairs.
It's like God gives you free will. He knows what's going to happen. He knows what the outcome is going to be. He's going to give you the chance to do it the easy way or the hard way. And so, that may actually be a good way to look at it, a more accurate way of, like, you just let him choose and let him choose, and it hopefully it's going to turn him into making good decisions.
Well, that's what we're getting at.
That's
over
the whole
time,
point. Yeah.
Like, we won't even have to give him the ultimatum anymore.
Exactly.
Because he knows that whatever we're saying to do is what's going to get done. It's whether or not it's on his terms or my terms.
Exactly. And so, hopefully, as that continues to grow, that, like, things change more and more, right? More in bigger areas.
Right.
Bigger safety things, all the things that go into that. And so it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know what it looks like, right? Like, he's 2.5. We have a long way to go, but I know that he's learning more and more every day. We're learning more and more every day as parents. It's going to be interesting. We've got 4 or 5 more shows left of this before the baby's here.
One hand.
So, yeah, that is insane. We're getting away one more time. We got a final little last 2 Raw.
Thank goodness.
Getting away without Jack before we have Tate. And so it's going to be good. Take a couple of days next week or the end of this week and just spend some time together, kind of reflecting on how far we've come, looking forward to the future, setting some things in place.
Just relaxing.
Yeah, it's relaxing. But we got to take this time you got to take advantage of it, right? You got to take advantage of being able to sit there and have meaningful conversation and not have to worry about him waking up or screaming or being hungry or whatever. So
yes.
Big things happening, big things coming. Spring's going to be wild. We're going to talk about it all here day in, day out on the show. We're going to share with you. I'm going to try to get the YouTube channel fired back up here soon, so stay tuned for some of that. We're going to create a lot of training video and content for our own business. We're going to share some of that out there to the public as well, so stay tuned for some of those things that we can hopefully help you with over the next couple of weeks. The YouTube channel is just Growing Green Podcast on YouTube, and that's where you can find us. But without any further ado, guys, I appreciate it. We got 4 or 5 more, like we said, until baby's here, so stay tuned with us. Follow us all the way up until then. And then we'll have a brand new lifestyle coming at you hot and heavy. So we'll be back in the thick of it. But thank you for tuning in. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. We couldn't do that without you coming here and listening, supporting 3 times a week. Leave us a big 5-star rating review if you don't mind. If the show really helped you and you got some benefit from it, let us know how we can help. Put it in the reviews. Leave us a big 5-star one and give us a thumbs up, because that means the world to us. We're here to grow the show one relationship at a time. That's what we're doing in the community, and I hope that you can see that. So we thank you. Like I said, we love you. But without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up. And we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.